Welcome to Baz Travels. After driving 14,826 kilometers through 24 states and Washington DC, I've seen rocket launches to the Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam. I've explored Route 66, ghost towns, deserts, snow, and beaches on both coasts. From Vegas casinos to Alcatraz, the White House to Hollywood. Join me for a journey of the ordinary and the extraordinary.
Loading destination. Simulation starting in 3, 2, 1. To look around, move your phone or tablet. Click and drag if on a computer or move your head if using a VR headset. Please like and subscribe.
Navy Pier was not built as a tourist attraction, and that is the key to understanding what it really is. It opened in 1916 as Municipal Pier No. 2, designed to handle cargo ships, passenger steamers, and public activity in the same space. The structure extends roughly 3,300 feet into Lake Michigan, and that scale was intentional because it allowed large vessels to dock away from the already congested shoreline. Rail lines, freight sheds, and docking space all work together, turning the pier into an extension of the city's transport network. What makes this design unusual is that it was never purely industrial, because it was also built for public use at the same time. Events, exhibitions, and large gatherings were held alongside active shipping operations, which meant the pier combined commerce and recreation from the very beginning. That dual purpose did not last long without change, because global events quickly reshaped how the pier was used. During World War I and later World War II, the pier was converted into a major naval training center, with thousands of personnel living and working on site. At that point, the role of the pier shifted from transport to coordination, because it became a place where people were trained, processed, and deployed rather than goods being moved. The name Navy Pier comes from this period, reflecting its military use rather than its original design. After the war, the function changed again as shipping declined and new transport systems took over. The pier was adapted for education, events, and public use, including serving as a temporary campus for the University of Illinois during a period of high demand. That shift was not fully stable, and by late 20th century large sections of the pier were underused. The structure itself remained intact, but the purpose it was built for no longer matched how the city operated. Redevelopment in the 1990s changed that direction completely, and the pier was transformed into a mixed-use public space focused on tourism, entertainment, and cultural activity. What is important is that the structure did not need to be rebuilt to support this change, because the original scale and layout already allowed for large volumes of people and activity. The same physical design that handled freight and military operations now supported visitors and events. That is why Navy Pier feels different from purpose-built attractions, because it was never designed for a single role. It has moved through the multiple phases, and each one has left a visible impact on how it operates today.
Simulation terminated. Please comment, like and subscribe.